and gentlemen, basketball fans, Asean Basketball League is here at Surabaya, Indonesia, the second largest city in the country. And now we are broadcasting live from Kertajaya, brought to you by MNC Sports. This is the home of the CLS Knights Indonesia, but tonight they are going to face off against the Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dion Sport, acting as your host for tonight, and alongside of me is my partner and my commentator, Aldo. Aldo, I'm excited for tonight.
Good evening, everybody. Hey, so if you want to ask me about the excitement, just ask all 3,000 sold-out tickets tonight at Kertajaya. We're off game. First match between the two rookies. We all know first impression is everything. So what's going to happen tonight is going to set the tone for the rest of the season, and we're so excited tonight.
We
Definitely.
are all hyped up, people. But before we move on, we are going to be with Kilichi, our on-court reporter, for an exclusive interview with the managing partner of the CLS Knights. So after you, Kili.
Thank you so much, Dion. Hello, everybody. My name is Kilichi, and I'll be your on-court reporter for tonight. Now, standing next to me, I have a very special guest. It's the managing director of CLS Knights Indonesia, Christopher Tanuwijaya. Good evening, Christopher.
Hi, everyone.
So, Christopher, we know that the CLS Knights have been playing on the local league for many years now, especially that they won the championship last year. How hard was the decision to play ABL this year?
Oh, it's very, very tough because everything new for us. Everything like we've never really taken care of venue before. We've never really create our own event before. And with ABL, everything is we have to organize our own home games. We have to organize our own court and everything. So it's really, really tough decision, but it's a blessing in disguise because with all this, we learn how to be more professional.
All right, folks, you heard it yourself how hard it was. Thank you so much, Christopher, for the special interview. Now I'm going to throw it back to you for the game, Dion.
Well, this is it. The visiting team on the black jersey. You can see the Formosa Dreamers are wearing the black jersey against the home team, the Knights Indonesia, wearing the white and purple jersey.
As we're preparing for the lineup of all the different players in the intro here for the Dreamers, the starting five, they're coming this time as well with the CLS Knights.
First, I cannot wait for this guy, Aldo. Number 6, Jaleel Cousins. He is the younger brother of Marcus Cousins, who played for the New Orleans Pelicans.
It's no mistake, not many last names have them, and let alone have a figure, same shape, and you will see later, folks, that he has more or less the same game. He's a center who likes to shoot, but likes to get inside the paint and rebounds, and he's just so excited with the opposition of
they have 2 in points in length. But now it's time for our home team, the CLS Knights Indonesia. The crowd is excited, folks. We're going to move on. This is the player introduction for the Knights. Who's going to be coming up first for the Knights Indonesia? In a special intro, folks. The crowd is hyped.
Folks have been coming in for hours before the game. You can just energy. This is the beloved pride. This is what makes them Surabaya basketball.
There you go, folks. The starting lineup for the CLS Knights Indonesia. You can see it on your screen. Lead by Mario Wisa, Sani Mediasa, Freddy Lish, Brian Wilk, and Drew Cruz. On your screen, folks, is the starting lineup for the Formosa Dreamers. Some of big names, one of them is Jaleel Cousins. And of course, a couple of local players that we should watch out for. Making sure this is it, the introduction for the Knights. The crowd is excited. I'm excited, you're excited also.
It is so hot here, you have no idea how noisy it is here. You're watching either on YouTube or on video.com. You can actually feel it through your screen tonight, folks.
All Alright folks, are you ready? This is also taken from the soundtrack of the movie Thor. I love this song, Argo.
Some Indonesians might have taken Thor, but Thor, because they don't know who Thor is. But
Ready, let's starting.
Ryan Williams, the designated 5, he's coming up strong.
His former teammate from the University of Tennessee, Drew Cruz, a high energy player for the Knights. And then it's the legend himself, Mario Wisang, who's averaging 10.9 points per game and also 2 assists per game. He's going to be the key player for the CLS Knights Indonesia.
You know, when you feel that...
All right, folks, before we continue, we're going to listen to the Indonesian national anthem.
One more time, please all rise. And this is our national anthem, Indonesia Raya.
Gives me the chill to hear the Indonesian national anthem.
Together as a nation, Surabaya here, CLS Knights, more than just a city, but it represents a country, especially entering in their first game against an also rookie team in Formosa Dream.
Also a new team, folks. So, as you look at the screen, both teams are already shake their hands. This is a kind of greetings to each other, getting to know each other before they battle it out.
It's going to be interesting to see that both coaches, that is Coach Nugroho, as well as the coach for the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan, I believe, also have a similar kind of coaching style that is a fast-paced, high-intensity, forced turnover, and little do they know, or maybe they have, that they actually have a similar style. And so what's going to happen is, who's going to establish the dominance of that style tonight?
All right, it's going to be an epic battle in a while, but before that, the referee in charge is from Philippines, Mr. Ferdinand Pascual. All right, both teams are getting ready for the tip-off to begin the first quarter of the second game of Asean Basketball League between the CLS Knights Indonesia against the Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan. It's going to be intense, with Jaleel Cousin will face off against Drew Cruz for the tip-off. All right, folks, are you ready? The game is going to begin in a second, and CLS Knights wins the tip-off, but the ball is out of bounds. Ball for Formosa Dreamers, Taiwan.
First turnover of the game by the CLS Knights. We're going to begin their match tonight on the defensive end against the Taiwan Formosa Dreamers.
Here you go. Lanny Daniels, number 4, that's the one that you have to guard. It's going to be a great matchup between Lenny and Duke. Meanwhile, Jaleel Cousins for the first shot. He makes the first field goal tonight.
This was an important matchup between Brian Williams and Jaleel Cousins to establish the dominance in the paint. He wanted to see if it was open to shot, but he wants to just test the waters almost. And it turns out there was too much space between, and the first 1-to-1 for Jaleel Cousins.
Meanwhile, Brian Williams tries to answer back. Nice speed move by power inside back. Unfortunately, the ball is out of the rim. Nice try there by Brian Williams. Jaleel Cousins who makes the first basket. Passes to number 1, Chi Kwan Cheng. Back again, Jaleel Cousins, and one. A push there by Brian Williams. The referee saw it and calls it a foul.
A forced foul by Brian Williams. He was caught behind the back as it was a cut of an assist by the backcourt of the Formosa Dreamers, and found the opening and went straight in.
All right, booing is from the Ninth Society. I think it works because Jaleel Cousins just missed his opportunity for a three-point play. Brian Williams answers right back, blocked by Cousins. A rejection by Jaleel Cousins, but a right-handed hook by Brian Williams answered right back.
A putback move by Brian Williams has to occur. He had to show. They are skirmishing right now in the middle. He's looking for that opening.
We tried to Lenny Daniels. We're not almost there. A dunk by Lenny Daniels, but just lay it in.
Lenny Daniel, the Saigon Heat player, previous for 2 years with the Saigon Heat. Now he's playing for the Formosa Dreamers, and he's establishing himself 1 for 1 tonight.
To start over quarter, the visiting team strong, very strong, 6-2, 1-point lead. Duke Cruz misses the shot, but asking for the foul to the referee.
The referee did not see the contact enough for a foul on Duke Cruz, but he gets it back on the rebound on the other side.
To his former teammate on Tennessee, with a power move, Brian Williams, opponents count that in,
and one, folks. We are going to the line. You see, they worked this game up so much in scrimmage. Just two game by the Twin Towers of Tennessee. They saw the opening. He was looking for that shot the whole time. Went straight in. Here we go. See on the replay.
Brian Williams with a strong move over Jaleel Cousins. Oh, what a great play there by Brian Williams. A chance for a three-point play on the free throw line. He makes it.
He makes it, folks.
The score is now only 1 point deficit between the visiting team and the home team.
Nothing says fundamental like making the first couple of free throws on the charity stripe.
All right, the first 3 from number 10, Wei Chai on the Formosa Dreamers.
Wei Chai with the money ball. He had the opening. The zone defense was sagging way too much.
Mario off the screen. Brian Williams sets up the 3-point Mario Wisa.
Mario, who's at 48%, a three-point shooter. You cannot let him open that far.
Again, a miss from the Dreamers. Freddie Goldstein or Freddie Lish, our heritage player. Brian Williams hesitates, pass to Duke Cruz for the fadeaway. He misses, almost went in, but it rattles out.
Another rebound by Cousins. You're going to see him clean up the glass tonight. He was waiting there for that rebound, and you can see that a lot more. With the corner,
Freddie Lish for the rebound. They got Brian Williams inside. Oh, inside pass, but the ball is out of bounds for the Formosa Dreamers, that is.
As a Sioux, folks, we've talked to both coaches, Nugroho as well as Coach Hao Cheng Su. They're a fast-paced game. They want to go quickly. In fact, they want to run some pistol so that they can get some quick shots. And you can see the intensity going up with Daniel.
Lenny Daniel for the pull-up jumper. He made it for 2 3-point deficit. Visiting team 11 and our home team CLS Knights with 8 points. But a back shot there by Brian Williams for 2. He's known as a good perimeter shooter, Brian Williams.
I love how Brian Williams is actually more of a modern center, where the stretch four is no longer one who plays inside the paint, but now goes outside and scares the defense away.
Jaleel Cousins, one more. They need to guard the perimeter. The elbow shot is costing him 4 points. One from Lenny and one from Jaleel.
You can see the tempo is slowing down a little bit.
Brian Williams. The referee calls it a foul. A chance for 2 more points from the charity stripe. Remember, folks, Brian Williams is also known as a pretty good free throw shooter.
Oh, absolutely. He made his first shot previously before. You can see that they're not hesitating to bring the ball down. And see what's the problem is the Taiwan doesn't understand that once they dominate the inside, they have shooters from the outside such as Sandy, as well as Mario Wushan, and of course, the heritage, Freddie Lish.
Right. Oh, he missed one of them. So the score is CLS Knights 10. The Dreamers 13 with 5 minutes 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Unnecessary pass there. Turnover. Freddie Lish with the
punishment for the Knights Indonesia.
This is the game that Nugroho wants. This is what he wants. He wants forced turnovers to force the other team to be nervous on offense and to slow their pace down. It looks like the upper hand is still on CLS Knights.
Oh, Lenny Daniels just penetrates inside. And the referee calls it a foul. A chance for 2 free throws on the line.
We have a substitution by Chia-Ching Lee, who's coming in.
I think the crowd is going for a reason here. And right now, Brian Williams is making the important play for the Knights Indonesia, scoring a bunch of points in the first quarter.
Joe Cousins, who's in line for foul trouble, he needs to sit down and relax. This is just the first quarter. We're almost halfway through, folks. And he already picked up 1 foul, and now he's figuring out how to get back. And so now we have the substitution for number 15, Chia-Ching Lee.
All right, Lenny Daniels misses the first attempt on the charity strikes. Still got one more chance to make the free throw. Lenny Daniels. The crowd is booing, folks. Can he handle the pressure? We should find out soon. He misses both of the free throws. This is the power of the Knight Society who's filling up this stadium.
Knight Society will make sure that every play counts and every shot that's not going down is not going to be cheered for.
Again, Argo Brian Williams. A strong movement inside, forces a foul. This is a dangerous situation for the Dreamers.
Absolutely, as we said before, the pace themselves that they're setting up, they're going to bring it inside. And for the past 4 shots by the CLS Knights have been inside the paint, and Brian Williams is not afraid to shoot that free throw.
Makes the first one for the first lead for the CLS Knights for this evening, 14 against 13 for the Dreamers. He makes both free throws, so it's a 2-point deficit between the Knights and the Dreamers.
He's now 4 out of 6 on the charity stripe. That is a very percentage for a big man. As long as he gets in and gets to the lane and gets that foul call, he will get the chance for 2 free throws.
Again, Lenny Dennis with the step back. 2 points. Brian Williams secures the rebound. Trying to find Duke Cruz, but it slips away. Number 1, Shikwon Cheng.
Cheng not only stole the ball midway court because they interrupted the pass, they get a pull-up shot in front of the key, and he gets a 2.
Watch out for Shikwon Cheng. Good shooter for the Dreamers. Rebound by number 10, Wei Chai. And the Dreamers are now tied with the home team with 15 each.
Freddie Leshu is a very scary perimeter shooter. He just took 1 shot, and you might even consider him that was a little rushed up. But again, Nugroho wants a fast-paced game tonight, and he has to take that shot when the opportunity comes.
But the Dreamers did a great ball movement to find the cutter for an easy layup.
The score now 17-15, Dreamers.
Brian Williams again. Passes to Duke for the alley. Oh, goodness. I love this game. What a play by Brian Williams. Passing out to Duke for the alley.
Mr. Slam. Brian Williams, who is a general, even though he's a center, finds the opening in Duke Cruz, and he will bring it down. This man is not afraid to go in.
That was an amazing play. I cannot wait to watch the replay. But the Dreamers answers right back with a great penetration inside for 2 points. And Mario Wilson trying to find an open man and ready to lift for money!
The money ball box. Money in the corner. Freddie Lish is looking for that shot all night long. He first got his first 3 of the night, and it's only the first quarter with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Half Thailand, half American, but fully amazing player, Freddie Lish. Oh, the Dreamers answer right back. A medium jumper, again, is the answer for the Dreamers.
An answer that was not expected by the CLS Knights to stop them from the key.
Sandy! All right, one more time. Jolie the Money!
Money ball by Sandy. This man is known as Mr. Clutch. Anything that sees one that will not stop. He has this beautiful art that will get into the hole of that basket.
As you say, high art, high percentage. Yep. All right, again, quick transition. Freddie Lish! Wow! Freddie Lish! He is a fearless player. He doesn't even care that Lenny Daniels is trying to block him. And Lenny Daniels is hurt.
Oh, what's going on?
There's some contact there, maybe some harsh landing or something, but surely is. That is a great finish by Freddie Lish.
Red finish, and that brings to the timeout for the Dreamers. Can't even get back. Here's the move again.
Oh my God, Freddie with a great finish. Freddie anticipated coming in. Lenny is a great defensive stopper in multiple positions. He knew at the corner of his eye was coming in. He has to attack the basket, but it goes by reverse. But instead, on the right hand, then lays it up in. That passing, Lenny Benz.
So timeout called by the Formosa Dreamers. They need to find some way, somehow, to get the defense right, because right now they are torturing Dreamers from inside. Brian Williams killing it on the paint, and Freddie Lynch also bringing down the house from 3 and from the transition. Brian Williams, as we can see on the screen,
Brian Williams,
beside the air conditioner.
Oh man, this man, he comes in hot. He said that the only one thing in his mind this season is championship. The first game against the Formosa Dreamers, we talked to Brian Williams. He's chilling. He has this laid-back attitude. He's the most chilled of the world imports. And when you ask him, hey Brian, what are you hoping to achieve this season? He doesn't even say win this game. He doesn't say just win, get into the playoffs. But he will say the championship. And he says, I quote, that's why they brought me here.
Yeah. But a great chemistry, as we see at the practice a few days before between Brian Williams, Drew Cruz, Brady Lish. They have this weird but perfect chemistry between them.
Oh yeah, they're actually more than brothers. They almost had a little scuffle during practice, which is funny. And I had to figure out, is there something wrong with this? But I was talking to our coach, and he said, you know what? Their friendship is far beyond brotherhood, and now they're one as team. This chemistry is happening, and now they're leading 25-22 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's still the first quarter, but intensity is high. The Dreamers with number 5, Yuhan Chen.
Yuhan Chen with the cut inside. That was a nice screen by Daniel, but now we got an open shot.
All right. Great shot by Caleb. Caleb Ramos Camila is one of the great local players with a great shooting ability.
Now the CLS Knights are shooting more than 40% behind the arc. This is how they want to establish themselves.
And that player, Chiquan Cheng, answers right back for the easy douche.
On top of the key, you would think that there's somebody guarding them, but instead he was wide open.
A beautiful fadeaway shot there by Drew Cruz, but the Knights still maintain the ball. So, substitution, while the super sub, Arif Hidayat comes in for Mario Wisa.
Arif Hidayat is actually one of the locals that you would not underestimate. He is part of the team that is established in the national team for Indonesia. He's been playing for multiple years. He's a great backup to the legend, Uncle Bro, Mario Wisa.
Ready with the great handles, showing off his skills. Passes the defender, Arif Hidayat, to get it back to Arif. Penetrates inside, loses the ball, but recovers right back. And Brady for 2, but he gets it rebound by number 6, Steve. Oh, 1 second to shoot. The referee calls it a foul.
Foul number 3, Ping Hong Lee. His first of the game.
All right. So as we can see right now, CLS Knights Indonesia still have the opportunity with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Again, back to Freddie Lish, our heritage player, to Caleb Ramos. Back to Drew Cruz. Working inside for the 2 and 1.
There's only one word that comes to mind when you talk about the inside game of CLS Knights, and that is pure dominance. When you put Brian Williams on the bench, you would expect Duke Cruz, who's the big man, who's coming up here, as you guys can see on the replay, coming on strong, looking for the contact, the makes his shot, and now on the dirty strike.
Bonus 3-point play makes it a 3-point lead. CLS Knights Indonesia with 30 seconds to go against the Formosa Dreamers, 26 points. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Number 5 penetrates inside Yuhan Chen. Out of bounds.
CLS, now it's going to be Dreamers' ball.
Alright, 12 seconds on the shot clock. You need to hurry for the shot. James Forrester, number 9, for the jumper. He missed it. Arif Hidayat with 50 seconds to go. Cannon from the number 13. 2 points. So back on the defense. Lenny Daniels is back to the position. Arif Hidayat. The crowd will be crazy.
What a high-paced game. This is, folks, what we expect of the second game of the 8th season in ABL between 2 rookies. Players are coming in strong because they don't need to establish themselves as teams that are legitimate and validated here in this league, and this is the best way to begin their match.
The end of the first quarter, your own CLS Knights Indonesia 32 against the visiting team, Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan, 28. 4-point deficit between both teams. We're anxious to begin the second quarter. Both of the coaches trying to figure out how to maintain and also try to catch up the lead. For me, the main players for CLS Knights is their imports. Either it's Duke Cruz, Brian Williams, and Brady Goldstein. They have major factors in the first quarter. The beginning of the second quarter, ready for three. What a way to open the quarter. Ready for the mother. Almost forgot.
They are on fire on the arc. Dreamers, they cannot stop the perimeter shooting made by the CLS Knights. We have a blowout tonight on the first game that they have together. There's two rookie teams and there's 8 teams in the game.
Meantime, the Dreamers with Forrester, the number 9 for the Dreamers. As to Lenny Daniels hesitate for a pull-up. Step back. He misses the shot. Rebound by Duke Cruz. And a quick transition. Up-tempo game by Coach Coco seems to work at the first quarter. With Ariti right now charging the lead for the offense. Duke Cruz on the top of the key. With a grand with a great cut move inside. Duke Cruz is able to find him.
The back door by Duke Cruz. Camila was looking for that shot. He's been looking and cutting between the arc and inside and out. And when he finds the opening by Duke, gets a pass, and the first layup coming in.
Unfortunately, there's a turnover by Freddie Lish. For the first quarter, the first minute and a half, the Formosa Dreamers haven't scored yet. That's why they call the timeout right now.
Another timeout by Formosa Dreamers Taiwan. Their strategy for what seems to be a breakaway run for the CLS Knights as they go in and out, cutting inside, reverse layup, and perimeter shooting out of the 3. Freddie is dangerous from that position.
He able to distribute the ball to the local players such as Caleb and also Ali Bidaya. So we can see Caleb is doing a great job scoring, cutting inside with the easy layup. Not as easy as you see because 2 of the Formosa Dreamers tried to block it, but the ball went in.
It was a beautiful play as the cut, man cut by Gamilan. He went in and he knew he was going to get it. See, we spoke to Brian Williams the other day, and he mentioned about the factor that most teams don't know is actually the local players. If the local players can step up their game, and they come in strong, they come in hot, they play their role, they may not get the 20 points, they may not get more than the teams of points because it's usually dominated by both the world or the heritage players. But when it comes to the support system, by not only the bench, but the actual local players, if they can step up, that will bring the whole momentum of the game, and that will bring them an easy win tonight.
So far, so good for the local players of the Knights Indonesia. And of course, as the center of the offense, Duke Cruz and Brian Willis also did a great job by scoring and also by passing, finding the open teammate for an easy point.
Checking in to this quarter's Chen Hisian Tsai, number 32. He's going to have some action tonight.
Ryan Bowles back to the game with the Knights leading by 9 points against the Dreamers, but the Dreamers try to answer right back. Haven't found the field goal yet for this
quarter, the second quarter that is. And number 3, Pink Lee off the screen for the pull-up jumper, short for an air ball. Brian Williams secures it, finds Duke Cruz. What do we got here, folks? It's still out of bounds, but the ball for the nice Indonesia.
Folks, you can see that the Formosa Dreamers are becoming more strategic. It's almost there. We're wondering how we're going to push the tempo and push the pace. And you can see they're slowing it down for this quarter. Could it be a new strategy by Coach Sue? We don't know. We have to see.
Kertajaya finding Caleb on the corner for 3. Caleb secures one more time to Adik for 3. Another 3. Another miss, but another rebound. Duke Cruz with a plus. And a jab by Duke Cruz.
Duke Cruz is wondering why can he just like lay it up. He almost got a travel call there up and down, but good thing that he jumped the ball right before he put the put back and slam it in for the net.
Personal foul there called. Another turnover by the Dreamers. They need some answers for this second quarter. They still haven't found a field goal yet. So the Knights can stretch the lead by 11 points this second quarter, 39 against 28 for the Dreamers.
Jeng Shin saw his first foul of the game. He was too physical when coming in off the screen there, but it was caught by the referee and they had to call him a foul.
Another local player checks in. Ramatebri Utomo on the corner. His first shot. He makes it for the corner.
Money ball up the corner, number 10.
Ramatebri Utomo.
Ramatebri Utomo. He is on the board for his tray.
Again, a carry. The referee calls it a carry. So you have to be careful when you're dribbling. Another turnover by the Dreamers. Almost 4 minutes with no basket. The Knights have to maintain the lead, or maybe stretch the lead. They have to take advantage of this condition.
This is called a run, and they want to make sure.
Alley-oop attempt! Oh, I'm sorry to cut you over there.
I was caught off guard here.
Was Danny Daniels getting the first basket?
First basket of the quarter for the Dreamers.
Great finish by Caleb Ramos, number 13, with an easy lay.
Milan now has 8 points in the night, and he's stepping up as a local for Indonesia for his CLS Knights. And a beautiful jump shot by James Forrester at the top of the elbow.
It's been a quiet game for James Forrester for this game.
Quiet. Very quiet. This man has a new change role in his team and his interviews. He talked about before he's more of a support role, and now he takes on this new team, taking a leadership example. He must be more to score this year.
All right, Bima Rizky, number 27, checks in for the Knights Indonesia. Ramatebri Utomo on the inbound, passes to the legend, to Bima Rizky, back again. Great penetration! Ramatebri Utomo finding Brad Williams. Another foul by the Dreamers. This is their first free throw opportunity for Brian Williams in the second quarter.
It was a forced foul by Julio Cousins. He doesn't have a position to actually try to stop Brian Williams, and it looks like they're going to call it technical or flagrant for that play.
One thing for sure, Brian Williams is going to shoot from the charity stripes. Brian Williams, as we see in the first quarter, making a lot of free throws, just missed a few of them. The first one, to make it a 15-point lead. He misses that one. That was for the technical.
That was a flagrant foul by Julio Cousins because he was not in position. He had to stop Brian Williams, but he couldn't stop him when he got a free throw. But now he gets 2 more from the left. Second shot. Mistake, folks, that was the second shot for the 2 free throws in the previous attempt by Brian Williams.
13-point lead by CLS Knights Indonesia, trying to penetrate inside. He misses. Number 5 just misses from the layup. Yu Han-Chien. A miss there. A rare miss.
A forced shot by Mario Wushang. He was in position. He was waiting for his teammates, but he decided to pop one out there in the air. Unfortunately, he fell short and hit an air ball.
Again, number 5 trying to penetrate Yu Han-Chien. Passes over to Jaleel Cousins. He missed. As we see, Duke Cruz is way up front on the guard for the jam! Or isn't it? Oh, the ball bounces back out. That's right. It's not about a point. Very interesting game right there. But he recovered from the jam.
No basket.
No basket?
No basket.
Oh, man. I believe that Brian Williams is very disappointed at the referee's decision.
They're checking with the phone call. They're checking with the call. If you can see the replay, we see that Duke Cruz was already in movement.
Still in continuation. So
It's still in continuation movement. That should have been called a
N1.
And as pursued, basket counts. Duke is now on the board for more points. He's on the Jerry strike. That was a great move. A snap power move by Duke Cruz.
Not often as we see so many jumps happen in a one possession game.
This is so amazing. Unfortunately, before we had a shock the boom moment when we had to get it done, but the ball went straight out and just didn't want to go home. He just wanted to do
He makes the first free throw for the 3-point lead. A 60-point lead right now. The gap is getting bigger. Number 10, Brian. What a great finish. Duke Cruz. Tap the ball to Ramadan with a great crossover. Great defense there by the Dreamers.
great defense to deliver this block for sure. And good pressure by Jaleel Cousins that they cannot make that contested shot. Out by Duke Cruz. And now we have it's still Formosa Dreamers ball with 4 minutes, 22 seconds left, 17 seconds on the clock.
So the Dreamers already got 3% of foul. The CLS still has 0. So they need to be careful on the defense right here by trying to take another point maybe. Right there, James Forster on the inbound.
Well, you know, the CLS just have to keep pushing and keep trying to do what they've been doing. And now first over by one shot, and then another transition. They're in so dangerous transition before the defense even explore. They're coming in and attacking.
So Mario Huizan still trying to move the ball to his combo guard. Brady Lish takes for the three. He makes up a crowd with a great offensive rebound. Blocked from behind. I think that was close for the foul. Ryan Williams with his red goes inside. Danny Daniels just can't believe that he just called a foul for that play. Let's look at the replay right here. Okay, as we see, that is correct. The correct call by the referee.
There was a lot of contact. I mean, what do you expect when you're under the rim? You're under the rim, but Brian Williams is not going to stop. When he gets the penalty kick, Bruce will take the kick. Here we have Danny. There was no answer. Which one is it? That was too good.
Right, meantime, Brian Williams. 17-point lead to make this one a great victory.
Look is hot.
4 fouls by the Dreamers. They need to watch out. And we got the 50-point run for the whole team. Indonesia. 18-point lead.
It's becoming comfortable for CLS Knights, but the last thing that they want is to feel so comfortable that they want to push down their slope. And as we are talking, we have another foul, another turnover.
An illegal screen called by the referee on Jaleel Cousins. 5 personal fouls with 3 minutes 47 seconds to go. 3 minutes 47 to go on the second quarter before we move on to the second half of the game. Just Science red up the road, 18 points lead. The Cruz with a post up, move, time to fight, ready, back again to ready for 3. Himariski with a great attempt for under the basket move. Another foul by the Dreamers.
The intensity and grind of the CLS Knights is just cannot be overlooked here. They are rebounding, they are going to the paint, they're attacking, and no matter what is happening with the defense of the Dreamers, they couldn't stop. They want to keep going, they push inside, and they won't stop. They don't have to wait for the Dreamer shooters because Mario will be waiting, Freddie will be waiting, even Ryan Williams, who's their center, is the stretch five shooter.
Meanwhile, foul there by Cheng Shen Shai, number 32. So Himariski will shoot his first free throw tonight. One of the aggressive players, Himariski, was always hustling down. So he's not a huge guy, but he always feels he's so big, trying to find and grab the rebound.
Something tells me that he may have spoken with Freddie Lynch a few times. Freddie Lynch in a career of 5.8 only 5'10". How does he get all those rebounds?
It's hustling, hustling. But unfortunately, I'm so sorry. Himariski just missed both of his free throws.
That's right.
The crowd is cheering defense for the Knights. Number 32, Sai, to the corner. Still struggling from the 3-point line. Himariski with a great left-handed finish. Again, Himariski.
You know, the expression is mode. You know, if you're not going to stop me, I'm going to keep going. Dreamers need to figure out how to defend the transition. They are running to every possession, every turnover. As you see, but Freddy takes another turnover. It is a three to run.
Again, Di Mariski with the back of the Di Mariski, 5 straight points. This is the key that Brian Williams talked about. The local players need to step up. The crowd is hyped, folks. It is a 23-point deficit. It's quite a comfortable lead by the Knights with 5 fouls by the Dreamers.
Very comfortable. The crowd here are loving it. They're cheering for this great team that represents not just not Surabaya, but also Indonesia. What do you think is the coaching staff and the Dreamers are talking about right now?
I think the Dreamers need to stop the transition offense of the Knights, and also they need to control the ball. They need to take care of the ball. Too many turnovers on the second quarter by the Formosa Dreamers.
It's difficult to see what gives them confidence. Was it the lead that gave them confidence, or was it the fact that when the ball runs in transition, you see all 5 teams running, 5 players, all of the CLS Knights are moving forward. They know that the only way to win this is to take over the pace, to take over the paint, and as soon as they rebound, they kick it out. They have great perimeter shooters. This is exactly what Duke and Brian was talking about the other day, that they have a great cast of players around them. They have the experience of Mario Wushang. They have the great sharpshooter eye, 45% career of Freddie. They are in trouble. I mean, the Dreamers, the CLS Knights, they stick to the game plan. They have no reason to change. But if there's anything you would say to the players in the CLS Knights, if you're a Nugroho, what would you tell them? What would you say?
They need to control this lead, maintain this margin of 23 points, but keep hustling, because Freddie will always chases the ball whenever the ball goes. As we see also a great hustle by Di Mariski.
Looks like checking in for first time tonight, Firman Nugroho.
Number 16.
He's checking in
For Brian Williams.
That's right.
The Dreamers trying to answer, to try to cut the lead. Before we go to the halftime. Number 10 for 3, Wei Chai.
Assist by Chen. That was a beautiful skip pass. The skip pass is a pass that cannot be overlooked in the ABL. When you cannot find a pass around you, to find that open perimeter shooter, what you need to do is go across the find the shooter and find it in time.
Duke Cruz with a great finish.
Another forced turnover, and now the CLS Knights are bringing it on the other side. This must be their 8th forced turnover of the quarter, and if they cannot guard the ball, they will have a difficult moment to get back in the second half.
What a great step back move by Freddie Lynch. But unfortunately, he missed almost an ankle breaker right there. Ankle breaker moment. Mario Wisa from 3. Di Mariski once again securing the ball. With 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock, Freddie Lynch. Oh no, he's not afraid to go inside, but unfortunately he missed. Firman recovered. Duke Cruz with a great pass inside. Ready to Firman to Duke. What a great play, but unfortunately the ball is getting around. 3 points to shoot.
CLS Knights are skipping around the ball. They're passing around the rock. They want everybody to touch the ball, and you can see just how selfless the Knights are tonight.
Firman securing the defensive rebound. Freddie Lynch from the left side of the court. A screen from Firman. Trying to break away the defense. Again, Di Mariski penetrating inside from the left-handed layup, but he missed. And again, CLS Knights still with the possession.
Oh, that was a great attempt by Duke Cruz. He does not relent. He will continue to grab that rebound.
With 24 seconds to go before we begin our second half, the end of the second quarter. Brian Williams again checking back in. Ready. Back again to Mario. Brian is moving the ball. Alley-oop to Cruz! Oh no. Maybe you cannot see this. Both of the import players from CLS Knights is laying down, struggling for an injury. Maybe Duke Cruz is having an awkward landing onto Brian Williams. It's looking very painful right now.
Let's see the replay again. What happened to our 2 big men? He's kind of missed, but then he made the shot.
Duke Cruz is rolling his ankle.
after stepping into Brian Williams. High-flying action with high-flying risk by both teams.
This is not their first time that they're trying to do the alley-oop shot. They're two guys. Duke is one who is ready to receive the alley-oop. Brian Williams. He knows where his goes out with quick vision. Now we see Duke Cruz is taking a break. We got fight that landing. Between him and Brian Williams.
Hopefully, it's nothing serious, so both of these two key players from the Knights can still play for the second half.
CLS can only be rest assured that we're going to finish the first half very soon, and it's going to be time for them to just resume the third quarter of the second half, and have a considerable amount of break, and we'll see what reports we're going to have.
3 seconds to shoot before we move on to the second half. CLS Knights still leading by 21 points against the Formosa Dreamers. And inbound by the Knights for Mario Huizang, to play in lane for 3 seconds to shoot. Behind the back, he loses the ball. Almost made the shot. That's the second quarter. That's the end of the second quarter with CLS Knights 59, Formosa Dreamers Taiwan 38, a 21-point lead.
A little scuffle there when Frederick was going for that shot. He was looking for the foul call, and he had a scuffle. He was looking at his defender, looking at him like, "What's up, man? What are you trying to do?" But the referee did not see that call. Then we end the first half of the Knights. First home match of CLS Knights in India.
All we can hope that Brian Williams and Duke Cruz can come back into the game. I hope that this is nothing serious between them. It's a great chemistry between Brian and Duke. Here you go, folks. The score is 59 to 38 with the lead of the CLS Knights Indonesia.
We have both the top scorers. We have 14 by Duke Cruz and 13 by Brian Williams. There's a shot by Sandy, an open three at the elbow.
And this is when Duke Cruz is penetrating inside with the power move, with a power finish and one. One of the local players, Caleb Roma, for three. And this is also a great penetration inside from Caleb Ramos. The 3-point is the key for the Knights to have this comfortable lead against the Dreamers.
But it's not only that, they're out rebounding from the Dreamers, and the first turnovers by the other side is just immense.
Surabaya untuk Asia. Malam ini kita sajikan hiburan yang paling meriah buat seluruh teman-teman kita yang ada di Asia. Ya, Asia. Oke, jersey. Halo, sebentar. Saya dengar di antara 3.000 orang ini ada yang jauh-jauh datang dari lokal lain. Boleh katakan bohong. Sebentar, saya pilih satu-satu. Yang dari Bandung. Benar, dari Bandung. Sebentar, saya mau yang ngobrol-ngobrol. Mas, namanya siapa? Doni, beneran dari Bandung. Cuma kesini buat nonton CLS. Benar ya? Saya kasih jersey mas. Thank you. Wow. Lagi, luar biasa.
Second game of the NBL of the 8th season here. We are coming to you live in Kertajaya in Surabaya, Indonesia, where the CLS Knights are facing up.
Is there any guys here from Yogyakarta?
So this is a great condition for the Knights Indonesia, score-wise, but condition-wise.
Thank you so much, Dion. Hello, everybody. Back to your girl, Keely. And right now, I have someone that's going to be joining.
Back to the court, preparing for the second half, the third and the fourth.
So this is your first time playing in the ABL?
Yes.
Very excited.
For an exclusive interview. Off to you, Gilly.
Sekarang joining CLS Knights Indonesia in ABL.
So, what made you join CLS Knights this season?
Well, first of all, I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity that CLS gives me. So, everybody knows that I can play in the IBL because they accept me as a import, not as a local. Then ABL maybe they gonna accept me as a local.
All right. So, after seeing the CLS Knights perform, what are your expectations for this season in the ABL? Right after you joining them?
Well, it's exciting and the competition is very tough. This is a different level of basketball competition. This is way different to IBL.
Alright, so you're really positive because look at all the crowd here. They're all supporting CLS Knights. Are you really positive about this?
Yeah, I'm so positive because I saw the guys working hard and they want to win this game.
Alright, thank you so much, B-Boy, for the exclusive interview. Now we're going to throw it back to Dion. Back to you.
Alright, folks, that was B-Boy, the latest acquirement from the CLS Knights Indonesia.
What a great addition to the roster of CLS Knights, an already stellar roster of CLS Knights, a combination of veteran presence as well as young performers who've been around not only the national team but are now entering the Asean Basketball League, and having b-boy on the team will bring a much more intense and high capacity play that's going to come from him.
Another great scorer. He used to play at Aspak Jakarta in the Indonesia local league, and also he's a great contributor. A sixth man of the year in 2013 and 14. Also win the local championship at the 2014 season. Minutes, 50 seconds before we begin the third quarter. We still haven't heard anything, any update of Duke Cruz and Brian Williams.
What I'll be worried right now is how are the CLS Knights going to play this out when they have their two world imports may not be able to join. There's no confirmation yet, folks, but as in this moment, we are still waiting whether or not Duke Cruz, who has 14 points and 6 rebounds, with Brian Williams, there's 13 points and 7 rebounds on the night. They're going to come back. They've contributed very well in the first half, but now the real test comes. If the two world imports cannot play the CLS Knights for the second half, can they maintain the pace? Can they maintain the lead? But most of all, can they withstand the attack of the local Dreamers?
And now you can see it on your screen. Duke Cruz is out from the locker room, still up limping, folks, but we haven't seen Brian Williams get out from the locker room. Maybe Duke Cruz is trying to walk it out. Maybe the pain will go away. We hope so. So the Knights Indonesia with a possible win tonight.
Duke Cruz look a little bit uncomfortable. He's walking it off. He's seeing if he can get back to the sameness that he had on the first half. It was an amazing night when they attacked the paint. There were almost 7 out of 9 in the middle of the paint. They went in, they attacked. And what they didn't know, what the Formosa did not know, is that the perimeter shooters were ready to shoot lights out. You have Freddie, Mario, as well as Sandy, who had that elbow shot earlier in the second quarter. It was a beautiful movement. The rock was passed around. They knew that by having everyone involved, it would increase chemistry. It would increase the moment. It would increase just the intensity of that pace. That tempo will keep going if they know that they will run together. The forced turnovers has been too much by Dreamers. But the only way they can get back in this game tonight is, number one, hopefully maybe Brian Williams will not come back.
Brian Williams is playing a great factor for the first half for the Knights Indonesia. With under 30 seconds to go before we move on to the third quarter. So Coach Coco, I hope, still maintaining the perfect strategy for playing the local players who contribute a lot at the first half.
This is a big loss if Duke Cruz cannot perform. He has 22 points at 40% from the field last year's playoffs and 16.8 rebounds. He increases his average from 13, 16, and then 18 points per game ever since 2014. Duke Cruz is a man that will improve his game. He will not settle for what he's in right now, but he continues to improve. And if he continues the pace tonight, we may see an increase of his 22 points a game last year's playoffs.
So folks, we're going to begin the second half, the third quarter between the CLS Knights Indonesia against the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan. And Duke Cruz checks in. Hopefully the ankle will be fine. Speak who leads to Lenny Daniels, who already got 3 fouls. This is one thing that he has to be careful of. And a turnover there, Lenny Daniels forces the ball into the Knights' hands.
Another turnover. Daniels trying to get the calls, trying to get the contact, but did not get it, which is something that CLS Knights have done. They attack the middle, they go into the paint, and they get that call because they're coming strong, and the defense have nothing else to do but to foul.
Meanwhile, Bingo leads trying to harass Mario Wiza, the most experienced player on the game right now. Freddie Lynch penetrates inside, finding Duke Cruz. Passes outside again. Superman, the shot clock is running out. Lenny Daniels secures the ball. One chance, passes outside. We'll see. He misses that one. Wei Chai cannot convert the 3-point shot.
The open shot man was open, but did not convert the 3-point because they were moving around too fast. They wanted to get that 3-point shot. They know that they need to get back from the arc, but they couldn't convert.
Not a great by the Formosa Dreamers. Meantime, the CLS Knights from the downtown. Just stop against Firman. Again with a defensive rebound, finding Mario Wiza, who finds Firman, finds Duke, but loses the ball. Penetration of Pingu Lee, loses
Oh, with the steal by Freddie. He cuts from the back. Here he goes. The shooter. Fabianca, one of the best national shooters. Fabianca is now 2 out of 3 at the arc. He will not stop at nothing to take that shot. High percentage. He gets a good look and he converts the 3-point.
Wei Chai still haven't found the basket. The third quarter. Still a 24-point lead. CLS finds against the visiting team. Mario still working from the corner, but airballs the shot.
Mario is not going good tonight. He is 0 for 3 on the night. He hasn't converted any points. But you know what? What they need from him is much more than scoring. It's his leadership, it's his presence in the court and off the court.
Again, good move. Firman loses the ball. Unnecessary turnover by number 16. Trying to find Freddie Lynch.
It's one of those moments when you've already tried to figure out the pace and you assume that they would keep running and keep going, but there was a miscommunication there with the CLS Knights that the pass was given away when they're supposed to run on transition.
Firman Pinugroho needs to take care of the ball, not to rush the pass. Penetrates inside. Bingo Lee finding Chingwon Cheng for next shot. Junior Cousins with a very effective rebound and a follow-up with a hook for 2 points.
Cousins with his foot back. He is now at 8 points in the night, but yet he has 2 fouls, so you got to be careful not to play this time too much.
Funny is really hot tonight.
He's super hot, folks. He is down 3 or 4. He's 75% of the night. You got to keep him open. He's got to keep going all night long. That's what he wants to do.
Danny Daniels battling out there by Drew Cruz. Haven't found the answer yet. Drew Cruz in the defense, but the foul called on Firman apparently. A shooting foul that is. Danny Daniels step on the charity stripe for 2 points.
Substitution for number 10. Wei Chai for number 3. King Hung Lee, as they want to refresh some fresh legs in. Daniel finally went in and wants to attack the basket. And when he does, he finally gets some contact. He gets the foul. He gets to the free throw line. We expected to do that more. Daniel is too much of an all-around player. He's not converting 100% of shots tonight. So what he wants to do is to penetrate the inside and see if he gets the foul call and get to the line.
Meantime, checks in for the night is Mohamed Saroni, number 24. Okay, then a physical play by number 5, Yu Han Chen on Mari. But Mario has the experience to handle that kind of harassment. Mario trying to move, trying to find a way to shoot. He still hasn't found the basket yet.
Shot clock is coming down. He has to find a shot, but couldn't convert it, and now he's 0 for 2 in the quarter.
Chingwon Cheng. Ready to get the defensive rebound. Trying to play with the up-tempo pace. As instructed by Coach Coco Nugroho.
A lot of contact there for the defense.
Great crossover by Freddie. Out of bounds. Still, CLS Knights basketball.
Yuan Chan is not foul, but he's very physical. He wants to challenge Freddie for that shot.
Timeout. Called by Coach Coco. The score is CLS Knights 65 against the Dreamers 42. 23-point lead by the whole team.
They're still doing well. We still have no official reports yet on Brian Williams. But as you folks can see, he hasn't checked in for this third quarter. But they're doing very well. And then once again, the local players have stepped up. Sandy Beverly with 3 3-pointers in the quarter. He's 100%. There's nothing that would make a coach happy and a crowd so stoked and excited than one who is opening shots and making vertical throws.
They need to see Andy Moore for the 3. That was a beauty coming from Sandy Fabianca. And also the locals stepping up tonight, just like us, right? Anthony Ryan on the bench. Maybe he still has some treatment inside the locker room.
Well, we should well, and hopefully he can return to the game and get back to his first game of the season. It's going to be a long season. If it's not with him coming back with his comfortable lead, there's really no need for him to come back. I wouldn't want him to come back and try to maintain the pace. The team is doing well. The locals are doing well. Their heritage and the other import, Duke Cruz, he's still dominating. And what they need to do is just hold on for 2 more quarters with 6 minutes left on this third.
Back again, nice basketball. Brady is showing some skills in this game. Sandy is 5 for 2. Maybe it's better playoff the two and taking 14-3. A foul there by Freddie Lynch against Yuhan Chen, number 5. Who's playing very aggressive this evening, number 5, Yuhan Chen. You can defense and offense that.
You can tell Jonas Chan is not one to back down. He has some scuffles with Frederick, and you can see here he's shakes and bakes. He wants to cut in, and as he finds it, and stopped by Freddie right before.
Pass there by Lenny Daniels, deflected by Drew Cruz. We call it a kickball. Again, the Dreamers still have the possession. The 23 points deficit they need to cut this lead, which is getting bigger and bigger every minute. Jaleel Cousins pulls up against Saroni. Foul by Saroni. 2 free throws coming up for Jaleel Cousins.
It's a good foul by Saroni. He had to stop Jaleel Cousins at his track. Looks like they're going to penetrate the insides more. Could it be that they realize that Brian Williams is not on the court, that they want to go in deeper?
Yeah, they need to take the advantage of the Brian Williams absence. The local players seem unable to guard the import players, especially Jaleel Cousins. Taking the first free throw with 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. He's going to set one. Got a free roll right there from Jaleel Cousins, left-handed shooter.
The crowd is not ashamed to make sure that Jaleel cannot make the second free throw. You folks can hear the crowd is really getting involved in this game and it's come to the lead.
Should have had enough player. Jaleel Cousins makes both free throws. 21 years old, that is.
Jaleel Cousins is 6'11". He's a G League player of the Reno Bighorns. He actually took communications back at the University of South Florida.
Meantime, Drew Cruz trying to move inside. Finds the hot shooter, Sandy, for the air ball. Unfortunately, right there, number 1, Kikwan Chang takes the shot, but he missed. Mario Wisang leading the fast break with 95 Bianca on the elbow 3, but he handed a passing crossover, but unable to finish. On the fast break, Jaleel Cousins puts it back in. The Knights trying to answer right back. Freddie Lynch in charge on the offense. Penetrates inside with a floater. Oh, he makes it!
You can see that he was challenging Cousins on top of the key, but he decided he couldn't chase him down, so he puts the floater right on top of it, and it stopped the 4-0 run by the Dreamers.
That is an important basket right there by Freddie Lynch, our head-in player. Meantime, Jaleel Cousins hits the 2-point conversion.
Jaleel Cousins, who is known as a mid-range jumper, that was a staple shot of his. Surprising he did not make that one.
Great play by Karoni, but a great defense by Jaleel Cousins with the rejection. Substitution called by Coach Coco. They bring out Mario Wisam and Freddie Lynch, and comes in Arif Hidayat and Ramadhan.
A little fresh legs here. Freddie Lynch has done his best to keep the CLS relevance late here in the third quarter.
Arif Hidayat off the 3, fighting Ramadhan Sobo. Forces the shot, and long ball still CLS nice possession. Referee blows the whistle, and it's going to be a turnover to give the ball back to the Formosa Dreamers. Still a confusion. Coach Coco is still asking what's wrong.
The way to stop the pace here is to just make sure the turnovers are minimal, and it looks like they might be bringing down. They missed the last 2 shots, CLS Knights, and they're wondering if they should re-strategize as we close the third quarter.
You can see Lenny Daniels from the top of the key from this shot, but great rebound by Lenny Daniels, recovered by the Knights. In charge to Arif. And Drew Cruz moves inside against Lenny Daniels with a fadeaway, but it's just short. It's still struggling with that ankle. It seems like he's still running with some limitation on that ankle.
I was surprised to see Drew Cruz was trying to have an isolation ball that's happening. I'm surprised that he did not cut into the right side of the lane, but instead he went on top of the key and went for a fadeaway and didn't convert it. In fact, no one was ready to get the rebound, as we see Lenny Daniel converting the 2 points on the other end.
So the Dreamers need to play more aggressive this second half. To take it the advantage again, the Knights will must work with him for the injury. Flip.
First turnover here by Mutomo.
Charging the offense on heat. Fast break, passes, inside. What's that on? 2 points.
It was a transition advantage when they were running for 3-2. And he was thinking about didn't take that shot, but didn't go that in and took it up for a nice reverse underneath.
Jaleel Cousins powers in for a 2-point with a chance for another bonus on the free throw line. A foul call on Mohamed Saroni.
Again, folks, if you just tuned in on YouTube or on video.com or on NNC Sports, we're coming to you live in Kertajaya in Surabaya. CLS Knights are leading 21 points.
No, exactly, it's 19 points.
19 points exactly, and we're about to, under 2 minutes in the third quarter, we're going to have a couple of free throws.
The lead was 24. Now headed to cut back to 19 and a chance to make it 16 lead by the Dreamers.
Jaleel Cousin, who is averaging a respectable 8.5 points, 7.9 rebounds, 1.6 blocks at 25 minutes as a senior back in South Florida. He is a future of a franchise. You could say that he's a great beginning. He's got the right backing. He's got the right fundamentals. He's in fact a brother to the all-star New Orleans Pelicans center,
DeMarcus Cousins. Imagine having on your fantasy league, right? I can see the resemblance between Jaleel and DeMarcus. He's the younger brother. And make the first free throw, second free throw that
you can almost see the Cousin family shooting form. It's actually very good for a big man to be able to convert such high percentage of shots because it begins with the form, and as he continues to take that on the free throw line, he is still 100% on the charity side.
Meantime, the Knights in field fronting for a basket, moving the ball in 6 seconds. To shoot, a tip back by Duke Cruz. Great penetration there by Ramos. And as you can see off the screen, Duke Cruz is walking with ankles. This upward landing by Duke Cruz after securing the offensive rebound. And of course, the Formosa Dreamers players also here at the center of the court. It's a physical game, Argo.
Let's look at it on the replay again.
Again, this awkward ending by Duke Cruz. He is such a warrior, Argo.
And because of Duke Cruz, when Nia was down and he was not getting back up, one of his teammates, I'm not sure who made the foul call, I believe it might have been Rahman Febri Utomo, who now is picking up his first foul of the game. He had to stop the play, and he had to inadvertently foul number 3, Bin Hung Lee, in the middle of the court to stop the play, because he sees his teammate who in need of help, and the ball keeps on going, the clock keeps on running, but he had to make that call. And thankfully, the referee have not called a forced foul, some sort of flagrant or a technical foul by the team to cause that play to stop. And this really riled up the crowd here tonight. They were not happy with that call.
With 1 minute, 20 seconds to go before we end the third quarter, the Knights is still leading by 20 points against the visiting team, but it's not looking good for the Knights Indonesia, losing their 2 best sports in Duke Cruz and Brian Williams. The third flagrant foul is number 5, Yuhan Chen. He makes the first one, still got another one from the very strike. Playing a very physical game, combined against the Knights, keep pressing on the point guard and also all the Knights players.
Now you recognize, folks, from your screen, you can see that the CLS Knights have no import, no heritage players on the court right now. Could this be an advantage for Formosa Dreamers to get back to this game?
In 1 minute, 14 seconds to go. They need to maintain the pace. They need to maintain the lead. 20 points. Anything can happen in the last quarter. And Formosa Dreamers for 3, you have it.
Under a minute to go. They want to show that they're not backing down on the third quarter.
Kellen Ramos is hot for the first quarter. Still missing the shot. Playing good basketball in the first quarter. And now with 30 seconds to go, the great defense, but the referee calls it a foul against the Knights.
foul by Caleb Ramos Camilan. I believe this is his first. Lenny Daniels was looking for that inside game. He was looking to go inside of the paint. When you have the Red Sea split right open for you to walk in, you just can't help but just stay in it.
Unfortunately, Lenny Daniels, this is the first free throw. As you can see at the scoreboard, on your screen, the lead is now only 15 points.
You can see that our heritage import, Freddie, is ready to walk in.
And a foul, collision there between Lenny Daniels and Rama Febri Utomo. He's trying to secure the up ball, but he hit Lenny Daniels in the elbow. Lenny Daniels both with the fourth personal foul. He's in foul trouble, so that's why the coach is walking him down.
There's still one more period to go, and there's only 30 seconds left. What we need to do is just bring the clock down, make sure that the basket goes in, and get ready for the fourth quarter.
When he goes in with the Jordan 12, his shoes, he's wearing Jordan 12. That's Caleb Ramos. To Ali Hidayat, penetrates inside. Turns it out by Sarani for two.
That's too long. They were running in. And
He missed the shot.
they need to bring down the clock. They need to close it down. And when they found the open shot by Manu Groho at the top of the key, they knock it down. We end the third quarter.
And this is the end of the third quarter. CLS 73 leading against the Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan with 56. It is a 17-point deficit between these two teams who has the first game on the Asean Basketball League tonight.
What I want to point out is I'm surprised that James Forster, aka Air Canada, their heritage import from the PBA, has only scored 2 points. He's actually only 1 out of 4 in the night, and he's at 25%. He's not converting. They're relying on Lenny Daniels to bring back this team, as well as the other locals as well.
But remember, Lenny Daniels already got 4 fouls, so they need to be careful because the Knights can take advantage off of Lenny Daniels. Try to penetrate inside from the Lenny Daniels side and force him to make the foul and get ejected from the. We can see at the replay, Sami Petya is really hot for the money. Number 9. Changing one. This is the shot by the great putback by Jaleel Cousins. Here we can see another money from Sandy Fabianca.
Sandy Fabianca, he's an attacker from the perimeter. When he finds that shot, when he finds that rhythm, he will continue to go to that same spot. And in fact, later on in the third quarter, they put a hand on his face. And even then, he was quick to convert and cut it inside for the other team to touch the ball. Febri is ready.
We're getting ready to start the fourth and the final quarter between CLS 5 and the Formosa Dreamers. It's been a very physical third quarter between these two teams.
Here we go, folks. If you're just tuning in, you are now in the fourth quarter of the second game of the EBL Season 8 season here in the year between CLS Knights hosting the Formosa Dreamers, Taiwan.
Again, Yuan Chen with a physical play. Alex Ramos misses the three-pointer. Number 5, Yuan Chen is getting fouled by Wisnu, number 8 for the Knights Indonesia. One more local player for the Knights.
Wisnu picks up his first foul late in the fourth quarter. They're trying to figure out how to penetrate the inside, especially with the 2 import players down on the game right now.
It's going to be a tough position by the CLS big man. They put on Firman to replace Aroni because of the size advantage that Jaleel doesn't have. I almost say Jaleel doesn't have. A great defense and a great chance for the layup. Jay Forrest for the 3. Defense. It is a 14-point lead for the Knights. The lead is getting decreased.
Forster, who's a 37% shooter from the arc, he finally is in rhythm late in the fourth quarter. Late in the game, in the fourth quarter.
Again, a turnover by the Knights Indonesia. They need to maintain this 14-point lead if they are going to have the first victory in the history of the ABL. Lenny Daniels penetrates inside, called a foul. by Firman Dwi Nugroho. Oh, sorry, on Kenneth Gamila. Third personal foul by Kenneth. Again, the Dreamers trying to play more aggressive than for them. As you can see, they're going inside the paint. They're not playing with the arc. They know that if they run the offense, they know if they go in to penetrate, get the foul, get the shots, and don't have to worry about high percentages from the outside. If they get high percentages from the inside, they know they can get back. With only 9 minutes left, there's plenty of time. Henderson and CLS maintain this lead. Can they play some good defense? Can they just shoot the ball? And can they find the right positioning in this quarter? We will yet to see. Eddie Daniels makes 1 of 2 free throws. 4. Ready to hit with a great move inside. Wanted the foul, but the referee says plays on. Eddie Daniels again. No foul called by the referee. Again, a fast-paced tempo by the match from Ali. And a foul. A chance. 2 points. And Eddie, the lead to be a 15-point deficit. It's good to see CLS Knights are not going to back down. They want to cut it as well. They are running out of space. It seems that the zone defense made by the Dreamers have amped up this quarter. They know that they have to get back. And that leaves hope. When you have the slot man open, and when you have the post man as well running around inside, getting ready for that shot, they have that cut open. The skip pass opened it up. They faked it, and now they went in. They convert the 2 shots from the strip.
So great free throw shooter, Kellen Ramos de Milan. Makes it a 15-point with 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go. This final quarter between the Black and the Dreamers, who will take home their first ever victory on ABL. Lenny Daniels, number 4, holding it up inside, and a miss. And number 15, Jackie Lee. We go with a great spin-off. Great move inside there by Loco.
We still went in. He wants to cut the baseline. He went for the reversal because there was an opening. He did not hesitate. He went and attacked the basket.
Jay Forrester, one more time for 3. He's still missing. Great recovery by the Knights. We still leading the offense. Penetrates inside from the corner. Ali!
Money ball! CLS Knights are alive tonight.
All right. They are feeling hot from the 3-point land, from the body land.
What a shot. The rhythm was there. Ali took his time. The Dreamers had no chance. The Dreamers had no chance. He was wide open. They left him open. They were busy trying to seal all the cuts. What they did was have the involvement of the weak side coming in. And then when they switch and rotate, they found the opening. The corner 3 by Ali.
Started with a great ball movement, with and without the ball, and ending up adding that with 3-point shoot. Back to 20-point lead with 7 minutes, 25 seconds.
I'm surprised that James Forrester has not stepped up this game. He's at 37% from the arc, and yet tonight he is 33%. He's taking a 3, makes 1. They may need to utilize him more. That's what they brought him into this team for. They need the perimeter scoring from James Forrester. Tonight has not happened. I don't know if it's because of defense by the CLS Knights or if it's a hard climb from the inside, but for sure they're not making it from the outside. Wow, 45%. When he's open, you cannot leave. There's very little thing you can do left. And now we're going to see there's an re-strategy made by the Dreamers. You can tell that after the rebound made from the other conversion before the 3-point, the CLS Knights are trying to slow it down. But when they find the opening by Alex before, he went, he went with the reverse. And I believe that CLS Knights are keeping their composure. Dreamers can still get back here. There's still plenty of time on the clock. What they need to do is to figure out a rhythm, control the pace, control the tempo. I know that they're tired. I know it's Surabaya. It's very hot. And how's it talking? I'm not good.
Kertajaya, who just makes the 3, now makes it easy. The locals of the CLS Knights stepping up. Lenny Daniels forces the ball inside with a great move in the post-up. The referee calls it a foul. And Lenny Daniels will shoot 2 free throws.
Nugroho has committed his second foul. Danny Daniels is not going to stop going in, but is it going to be enough to get back to the game? He needs to convert three-point shots. But what happens is CLS Knights, as you can see, are coming into the paint. They're double teaming because they know Danny Daniels will not break down the paint.
So that is a good strategy by Coach Coco. Danny Daniels misses the free throw. Kertajaya very aggressive inside with a great rebound by Caleb Ramon Gamilang.
What an amazing cut! That was seen from the beginning, folks. You can see that he's on top, on the slot line. He finds the cut, he does not back down, he keeps going, and now they're going to 2-point. As we see this now, Dreamers also convert another bucket on the other end.
Great finish by James Forrester with a floater for the corner. CLS Knights Indonesia trying to answer right back. But a foul called by the referee. That's the foul by Ping Bung Lee.
You can see Coach Coco Nugroho, he's selling the play for the CLS Knights. They go and have an inbound play. Looks like they have something in mind.
Keep on three. He misses that. And passes to Ping Bung Lee to Danny Daniels. Post up by the corner. Jay Forster from three. The rebound.
Ready, go, see. 5'10", really understands nose positioning. He knows where to get that rebound every time. We are now halfway through the quarter of this first game between CLS Knights and Formosa Dreamers.
Caleb fighting the shot with 4 seconds to go with the floor. Great runner there by Caleb. What an offensive weapon from the CLS Knights. They're so good here. Finding the rhythm here.
That was beautiful offense by the CLS Knights. They have a touch for every end, and they know that when the team is desperate, every fake, every pump will be bought in. They will buy it in. It's what he does. He faked it. He moves down the key lane, does the floater, and converts the 2-point.
One by Khalil Cousins, who forces the go inside. So this is against the nice rebound, and he makes the bucket, and also a chance for the team to swing from the outside.
Khalil Cousins, a respectable night tonight. He got 15 points. He has a chance to convert this with a and one.
5 minutes to go on the final quarter. The time is still leading by 20 points. Kertajaya to Winslow. Winslow to Freddy. Freddy leads with a pull-up jumper. He misses the chance for a 2-point conversion.
That was the fourth shot. There was plenty of time left on the clock. I guess he just wanted to see if it was possible to get that shot up, but that was not a very high percentage shot.
Almost a turnover call by the Dreamers. A personal foul. And Caleb picking up another penetrator from the CLS Knights Indonesia.
Great game by Gamilang. He's sitting down with 4 minutes left. Oh, and
he leads with a great defense. Great hustle. Oh my God.
What a conversion. A perfect conversion by the steal by Fred. And he again goes for the other side. You can see how aggressive Freddie was. Not only he got the steal, but he went in for the lay. So what do you think? Do you think by this 20-point lead, is it a comfortable lead, or can they say that they can put this on the books? Or is there a chance for change tonight? He is still 80% of the night, but it's surprising late in crunch time, he does not make that previous shot, but now he makes one of them. And now they're going to with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
What a great ball movement by CLS Knights, getting deflected. That pass from Ramat Utomo to Wisnu. But CLS Knights still recovers the possession with 19 seconds on the game clock. Ramat Utomo takes the inbound. Still great ball movement by the CLS Knights to find the open man. Ali for the money. He misses the shot. Hustle for the loose ball.
foul. Okay, it's a blocking foul.
All right, it's a blocking foul.
Blocking foul.
I thought for an opponent foul or charging against Lenny Daniels.
No, we thought that he was already in position, but the movement by the Dreamers has only been going, and so when he found it was way too late, and there was called a blocking foul by the ref.
It's been a great courage stepping up against Lenny Daniels to take the charge. You have to think twice.
Lenny Daniel was a 6'6" world import. He's a former Saigon Heat forward. 2 years in, 23 points a game, 12.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.5 blocks. He guards multiple positions. He is everywhere for the Saigon Heat, and he's playing for the Formosa Dreamers tonight. And I would say that if you were a fan of Lenny Daniels for a long time, you would probably expect a little more than what he has offered tonight. Right. Right. A 19-point lead with under 4 minutes to go. They want to wind down the clock, but if they find an open shot, it seems like they want to take it. Sandy was thinking about it. What you folks may not see is that Jaleel Cousins was asking for the ball since the midcourt. He wants the ball, he wants to bring it in. But it seems that the Dreamers want to convert a three-point play, but it ended up being blocked on the baseline. Great block.
By Wei Chai loses the ball.
You can see the frustration in the Dreamers as they're bringing the ball back. They know that the only way they can get back is to stop these turnovers, but now they've reckoned in over 13 turnovers for the game, and 9 of them are all forced turnovers and are converted into points by the CLS Knights on this first game between the two rookie teams. They're facing the ball with a step back, 2 points. He's still hitting the basket. Little Cousins asking for the ball. Rocky takes the charge, but a foul on Ramal Febri. Taroni is complaining, asking for the stop the Dreamers are trying to calm Cousins down. They know that with the game on the line, as you can see in the replay here, what was a hard move, but you know, Cousins, it might be a move he learned from his older brother.
Yeah, it's a power move in fact. And Saroni is trying to maybe a flop, but I'm not call it a flop on Jaleel Cousins. It's so big, too big even for that kind of defense.
You know, sometimes a flop doesn't need to be done when the power move made by Cousins. But now he's going to convert it with 2 points. But the foul was not even by Camila. The foul is going to be committed by number 10. Ryutomo.
And the score is 88, CLS Knights 70 for the Dreamers. With under 3 minutes to go, 10, the Knights take home the victory for the very first time on the ASEAN Basketball League. Great pass there by Wisam. And finally, and great block by Jaleel Cousins for the rejection.
Jaleel Cousins was ready for that block. He was watching the pass everywhere that's in the middle. But now he picks up a foul. Lenny Daniel drives in, and he's going to get 2.
It's going to be a hard defense by the Knights because the imports for the Formosa Dreamers, Jaleel Cousins and Lenny Daniels, is getting very aggressive inside, trying to draw the foul with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. The CLS Knights already have 5 personal fouls.
It's coming down to how much they can handle the inside. You can see that both teams are very tired, but what they're trying to do is see what they come up with the inside, because it seems like they're not making it from the outside, so they're trying to penetrate. And so far it's been looking good, but Lenny Daniel, who's participating tonight, career average of 20 points, he is not converting, he's not even making the first free throw of 2.
That's why you need to take care of that foul. You cannot be so aggressive at the very beginning, because the foul trouble is going to make you very difficult to play the game.
You can almost sense that everybody's winding down, but Coach Tomo Nugroho of the CLS Knights, he is standing up and he's making sure that the Knights will not back down as we have a missed a new shot and another rebound by Cousins.
Under 2 minutes. Basketball fans, a layup there missed. Manny Templaza securing the rebound. Mario's leading the breakaway with a great pass to Ramal Febri Utomo. Getting fouled there. A chance for 2 free throws for Ramal Febri Utomo. That was a great pass by Mario.
Mario Wushang, the floor general, 30 years old, been in the national team for the past 5 years and counting. He is not stopping. He wants the ball in transition. Even with 2 minutes left, he wants to make sure that the open man comes, he will get the ball. And at that time, Febri, number 10, he gets the cut. He goes for the 2, cannot convert, but gets 2 shots.
Ramal Febri Utomo, the first free throw out and in. It's a high-scoring game by the CLS Knights Indonesia. Most of them by the three-pointer. They keep on making each quarter. Ramal Febri Utomo makes both of his free throws. Makes it a 19-point deficit with under 2 minutes to go. Lenny Daniels asking for the ball. Chi Kwon Che misses the shot. And also missed there by number 3. What a great recovery. Reddy Lesh in charge for the offense.
Screen there by Ramal got that foul when the rebound happened. The referee didn't see it or didn't think that did not constitute a foul.
7 seconds to shoot. The referee calls it another foul. And just like that, folks, Lenny Daniels is ejected.
You see again the replay. The foul by Lenny Daniels. This is not exactly the best way to begin your career on a new team. Fouled out with only minimal impact from himself for the Team Dreamers. This is a game that Lenny will look back and look all the tapes and figure out what happened. Is it something that he had not done or could have done, or is it something that CLS Knights have figured out from the get-go in the first half?
Coach Coco tells me that Duke Cruz is going to play against Lenny Daniels, and it's going to be a tough matchup, but he believes that Duke Cruz can beat Lenny Daniels on his own day. Timeout by the Dreamers. With 1 minute, 2 seconds on the final quarter, CLS Knights Indonesia leading by 19 points. Woo. With 1 minute to go, what do you think? What do you think the Formosa Dreamers need to do in this final minute?
This is what we would call garbage time. There's only 1 minute left. If you have 24 seconds, you pretty much have a little under 4 possessions, even if you use all those seconds. There's very little they can do. If they can convert in 4 possessions, all 3-pointers, that's 12, and they're still down by 7, it will take nothing short of a miracle for the Dreamers to get back and have the greatest comeback that the ABL has ever seen.
19 points. It's hard to come back from 19 points, but I don't know. Anything can happen in 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. But CLS Knights just need to be patient, handling the ball, passes the ball all over the place, and try to make the shot clock expires before after they shoot the ball.
Folks, you can see tonight it is a full house here at Kertajaya. 3,000 tickets sold out. 5 days. 5 days before the match. There is no way you can get tickets unless you somehow bribe somebody or you have to kill somebody.
Yeah, because we can feel the excitement what the Knight Society brings to this stadium.
Big shout out to Knight Society. I know they come out tonight, support their CLS Knights in their first, what could be an imminent and an obvious win for the CLS Knights in the first season in ABL.
Yeah, the final minute of the game. Big home lead. 3-pointer there. He misses the shot. Trying to force the 3. Yuhan Chen still misses. Jaleel Cousins also misses his own rebound. Wei Chai for 3. He misses the shot. Secures by Freddie Goldstein.
Looks like it's a foul by Cousins on inbound rebound there.
Also on foul trouble, Jaleel Cousins has 21 points this game.
Cousins is holding his own. He's doing his best to help his team win tonight. But the forced turnovers and the lack of rebounds, I believe they're out-rebounding them by 12 rebounds tonight. CLS Knights are taking over the glass. They're making every shot count. They're taking every opportunity. And it's almost obvious with 38 seconds left. Is it time to call this a night? Is it time for us to go home and to declare the CLS Knights' first ever win?
The history of the ABL. You can see Coach Coco still giving the instruction for his team. Zaroni shooting the first free throw. He makes that one.
This is what you call nails in the coffin. This is what you call the dagger.
And he's going to shoot the second free throw. 35 seconds to go on the fourth and the final quarter of the game.
Folks, you can call this a match. It's pretty much done. What the Formosa can only do is just wish that the clock can run out faster than it does.
We have 4 players on double digits. 15 seconds to go. The shot clock is off, out of bounds, but still nice basketball.
Everybody's on their feet. They know that the win is about to happen. At 12 seconds left, the shot clock is pretty much off. There's no need for the shot clock. We got 12.86 seconds left. You don't need a shot clock. Now they're just going to kill the clock, but we don't know what they're going to do. It looks like they're going to have a quick substitution. Lee checks out and Barat comes in.
12 seconds to go. Sharon is forced inside with a hook. He missed with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it, folks. CLS Knights Indonesia wins their first ever game on ASEAN Basketball League, defeating the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan with a comfortable lead with 21 points deficit. Congratulations to you, Knights.
This is an issue of what the team can do together. I know that we bank so much on what the world imports can do. We make so much what the Heritage can do. But tonight, the CLS Knights has proven itself not only as a team that knows how to recruit, acquire the right team, the right cogs, the right screws to fit the system of Gogo Nugroho, which is fast and up-tempo and forcing turnovers. And tonight it was good. They did what they could do. The locals stepped up, and an unfortunate event happened in the first half when Brian Williams first went down, I believe early in the second quarter. Duke Cruz followed suit. At the third quarter, they missed the 2 top imports, but now they stand one as a team. They stand together now in the midcourt of CLS Knights and Kertajaya. They booked in, they locked in their first win of the season. And we want to say thank you to you all for joining us tonight.
Wow, it is a great honor for us to be here witnessing their first ever victory on ASEAN Basketball League. Shout out also for all the local players who stepped up tonight, showing their best effort, defense and offense. As we can see on the scoreboard, we got 4 players on double-digit scoring.
Final score 94-73. CLS Knights have done their due. They've established themselves as a team. They know that they're going to be underrated. They're the underdogs. They're underestimated. No one will ever think that CLSI could ever step up tonight. But as you can see, they work together. They have the locals in mind. We have Sandy Firmiasha who's shooting lights out. Lights out. And he's shooting over 75% on the arc tonight. When he can convert those 3-pointers, you can pretty much sure that the lead will stay and in the favor of the CLS Knights tonight.
As we can see in the highlights, the 3-pointers is the main factor and the key for CLS Knights winning tonight. And also great passing and ball movement by the Knights Indonesia. Jaleel Cousins and Lenny Daniels clearing the rebound. This is where you can see Lenny Daniels for the easy hook. Caleb Ramot Gabilang also plays a big factor tonight. Caleb scoring 14 points for the CLS Knights Indonesia from downtown, from free throw, and also from under the basket. And we can see Wisnu with the spin move and the reverse layup. Ali Bidayat again from the corner 3. The local guys surely stepped up. There we go, you can see the floater. Beautiful floater. Freddie Lish on defense and offense. And there you go. We are celebrating the victory of the CLS Knights Indonesia. Thank you also for Formosa Dreamers. We can see applause.
Big applause and welcome to the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan. The Knights Society here are huge fans of basketball and they know how to appreciate hard work and grind. And Formosa Dreamers have placed their established their place in the league. They did not back down, as you can see from the amount of rebounds that the Dreamers have had. Manny Daniels
Scoring only 17 points.
Only 17 points. He's not really happy tonight, as you can see from Julia Cousins as well. James Forrester, aka Air Canada, did not step up tonight, even though he was shooting 33%. Maybe you could have given more chance. Maybe you given more opportunities, he would be able to step up and help. But in the end, it was CLS Nice who stepped up, and they're the one who took most of every opportunity. The first turnovers are converted, and they're making their shots. They're rebounding, and thanks to the help of the import players early on in the first half, now they have that comfortable lead coming into the second half, maintained and not even reduced to single digit leading, but instead they just close it out and rely on the locals to make sure that the CLS Knights have their first win of the season.
Coach Coco will have some homework to do because Duke Cruz and Brian Williams is out indefinitely. I hope that everything will be okay with Duke and Brian so they can join the Knights in their next game. But now, folks, we are going to move on for an exclusive interview by our on-court reporter, Killy G, with the happy coach, Coach Coco. After you, Killy.
What a great victory for the CLS Knights Indonesia. Their hard work eventually paid off. Right now with me, I have Coach Coco from CLS Knights. So, Coach, did you expect this type of win?
Of course, because we already practicing almost about 2 months. We're practicing hard. I already see how they give their effort. It's a great, what do you say? Well, it's a great honor for them to get this W tonight. Like that.
Especially with their hard work, right?
Yeah.
So how satisfied were you with this win tonight?
This is my first time become a head coach. Of course, it's really, really satisfying, but I gotta still remember it's a long season and it's just only your first game. Gotta collect another W later on, like that.
So you gotta keep working hard, right? All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Now I'm gonna throw it back to Dion. Thank you, Coach Coco, for the interview. Back to you, Dion.
On the ASEAN Basketball League. It was an amazing night, folks. Thank you for joining us on YouTube or on video.com, but especially for all the Knight Society fans around Asia on MNC Sports Indonesia. So we hope we'll see you soon for the next ABL game. So stay tuned on this channel or stream it together. But for sure, lastly, my name is Dion Edwin, and I'm Ardo. We're signing off the air, and have a great night, everyone.